Inside out and back again. Let me see. Ariana, can you pass out some books? And Justin, can you pass out some inside out and back? When you get a copy of the novel, turn to page 4 and get ready to read. Deontay, I have to give you a reminder you can put the cell phone away. So the direction was to turn to page 4. Do that now if you just got your novel. Open up to page 4. Monte's already opened up to page 4. Edith's opened up to page 4. Rika's already ready to read. Jamari's silent. All right, so while we read today, we're focused on what are some important events that happened to Ha and her family in these following 3 poems. Yeshua, you need to walk back out and you need to pull down the uniform. You ready? Just come in. The door will be open. Okay, Adam. Here you go. We're on page 4. All right, so let's first deal with the first poem called Inside Out. Okay, Inside Out. I'm going to read this one, and while we're reading, or while I'm reading and you're reading with me, I want you to be focused on what was the central idea of the poem. And then we're going to turn and talk about that. Inside Out. Every new year, Mother visits the I Ching teller of fate. This year, he predicts our lives will twist inside out. So now you need to read with us. We're on page 4. Maybe soldiers will no longer patrol our neighborhood. Maybe I can jump rope. Read with us. I know you just read. Maybe I can jump rope after dark. Maybe the whistles that tell Mother to push us under the bed will stop screeching. But I heard on the playground, this year's Bang Chung, eaten only during Tet, will be smeared in blood. The war is coming closer to home. February 12th. What I want you to do now is when I say go, I want you to turn and talk to somebody near you in your neighborhood about what was the central idea of the poem. Go. What do you guys think is the central idea? Jamar, do you agree? All right, we're silent in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's already open. All right, let's share out. What was the central idea of the poem? It was an idea. What was the central idea? Bryce.
That the water is going on in the homeland is moving closer and closer to where they live.
Okay, good. I would agree with that. So war is moving closer and closer to where they live. Let's work on the next poem. And this poem is called Kim Ha. After we read the poem, we're focused on the same thing. What was the central idea of the poem? But this time you're going to do it a different way. Instead of turning and talking about it, you're going to do a stop and jot. What that means is after we read it, you're going to answer this question in your reading journal, silently. Then we're going to share out afterwards. So really quickly, let's recap since this is a new direction. After you finish reading the poem, what are you going to do next, Jamari? Do you need help, Jamari? Okay, Jamari needs help. Justin, what are you going to do? A little bit louder. Okay, good. So we're going to write what it is about in our reading journal afterwards. Great. Sanaya, do I have to give you a bounce pass for talking while Justin is speaking? Can I have a student volunteer read Kim Ha? starts on page 5. Bryce, is that hand? All right, Demonte, why don't you get started on it? And then if you get tired, you can stop and somebody can take over for you. I'll talk to you about it outside Demonte's reading. Sorry about that, Demonte. Keep going.
I was as red and fat as a baby hippopotamus when he was tired the name popped up. Herbivores. Brother Blue screams higher and makes me jump every time he breaks wood or breaks an irritation of her sleep. Brother Boy comes, mother's tail. I can't make my brother go live elsewhere, but I can have that sense. We each have but one thing, much eaten during the season when the earth with
Tonight, this next step is a call home.
strength stinks.
Come on.
Mother tells me to ignore my brothers, meaning we him after the golden river with father and one shoulder and baby. My parents had no idea what 3 older brothers can do to the simple game pop. Mother tells me they tease because they adore me. What's wrong? She's wrong, but I still love being near her, even more than ever. I will offer her this first week.
Sorry about that. Where did we leave off? Oh, you already finished the poem. Nice job. All right, so while Demonte was finished reading, you were already thinking about what was this poem about? What was the central idea? Write down what you think the central idea is in your reading journal now. So at the top of that page with the date, write down what you believe is the central idea. Joseph Bryce, relax, get this done. What was the central idea of the poem? Demonte's writing down his answer. Rico's writing down his answer. So is Brandon. Repeated silence. Yep. Do you have a uniform pass? Okay. You need to get one. I'm sorry, you need to get a uniform pass. All right, let's share out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. What do we think the central idea of this poem is? By Kim Ha. Somebody raise their hand and tell me what was the central idea of this poem? Bryce, you shared on the first one. I'm going to give another student a chance, but if the rest of the class is having trouble, I'll call you again. Yeah, Tree, what do you think? Can you speak up just a little bit louder, because I want to make sure Brandon can hear too.
That her brother, what?
You had it.
Her brother teased her about her name.
Okay, her brothers tease her about her name. Yeah, I would agree with that too. Anybody disagree at all? Okay, great. I thought that was the central idea as well. We're going to move on to our last poem of the day, which is called Papaya Tree. Can I have a different volunteer read this poem? Thank you, Deshane. You can jump on this. Please follow along with Deshane as she reads Papaya Tree. And while you're reading it, think about one last time, what was the central idea of this poem? But instead of turning and talking and writing it in our reading journal, what we're going to do, I'm sorry. No, you're not going to write it in your reading journal, sorry. We're going to do a post-it activity. So I'll pass out Post-its, and you write down what the central idea is on this Post-it, and then we're going to put it up at the front of class. All right, go ahead. Get started, Deshane. Sorry about that.
It grew from the seed into the seed like a fish, slipped in blood. The tree has grown twice as tall as I stand on 10 toes. What's his name? Cole? Beansford? What's her brother's name? Oh,
Corey.
Brother Corey
Yeah.
divided the first white blossom. 4 years older
got it, Daisha, just take your time.
You later.
Why is this no lady?
Violator, I don't know.
Well, I don't know his name, but yeah, her brother later found a baby papaya the size of a fist.
Daisha, do we need to switch to somebody else?
Oh, my brother found baby papaya the size of a fist clinging to the trunk. At 18, you can see that much higher. Brother claims is older, 21, and studying at engineering. Who knows what he will know before me? I usually rise first every morning to stay at the view on the green, shaped like a light bulb. I will be the first to witness its life. I said that.
Okay. Great job. What you're going to do right now is you have it posted at your desk. Thank you, Daisha, for reading. I want you to write down what you believe was the central idea of that poem. We know it's about a papaya tree, but what about the papaya tree is Todd talking about? Take 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Write down your main idea. When you're finished with your main idea, I'm not even going to give you the direction. I'm going to trust that you can do it yourself. After you write down the main idea, you're going to get up out of your seat. You're going to put your post-it around the papaya tree post-it on our content board, and then you're going to sit down silently and wait. So if you haven't yet started, get started writing down that main idea. Ariana, do this silently. What do you think the main idea of the poem was? 3, write it down. Diamond, write it down. Do it without talking. I've been talking to that neighborhood a lot today. I'm going to give Friendship Royals a neighborhood point because they're all doing it silently. I'm going to Dylan and Jamal a neighborhood point, Beyonce and Jamari a neighborhood point, Brandon and Rico a neighborhood point, and Tatiana and Janae. Yeah. Awesome. Mariana and Jason have already written down their main idea. They're putting it up on the board. You have about a minute left. And when they're done, they're going back to the seat and waiting silently for just about a minute for everyone else to finish. Yeah, I'll pass that out again in a second. 30 seconds left, guys. 30 seconds left. Yeah. Those of you just finishing up or already finished, we're going to now move on to our text dependent questions. In our reading journal, and let me see, I don't need to turn off lights, you should really. In our reading journal, we're now going to answer these 4 questions about these 3 poems that we just read. Now, because we took our time to think about the central idea of each poem, it should be pretty easy for us to answer these 4 text dependent questions. So while Bryce is putting up his last thoughts, I want you to turn your attention to the board and read the questions that we're going to be answering in our neighborhoods together. The first question asks us, how do the events in this poem, it's talking about the poem Inside, by the way, I should have specified that. How do the events in that first poem in Inside connect to the title of the novel Inside Out and Back Again? The first question, let me repeat it again because we had a couple people off task for a second. How do the events of the poem Inside connect to the title of the novel Inside Out and Back Again? So think about it. You have a poem called Inside Out. The book is called Inside Out and Back Again. Why is the poem called Inside Out? And why is the book called Inside Out and Back Again? Make that connection. Number 2 asks us, what does the fortune teller predict about the family's future? This is still dealing with that poem Inside Out. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, all of these questions are dealing with that poem. I completely forgot about that. Number 3 asks us, Ha lives in a war-torn country. We know that. Bryce talked about that after we finished reading it. How does she hope her life will be turned inside out? The key word there is how does she hope? And then number 4, Ha knows that inside out probably means something different. What will probably happen? So number 3, you're trying to figure out what does Ha hope will happen? And number 4, it's your prediction of what you think will happen. Does anyone have any questions with these? All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys about 10 minutes. In this next 10 minutes, I want you to answer 1 through 4 in your reading journal together as a group. You need to be working together quietly, on task, in your seats. Okay? Neighborhoods that work the best together, I'm going to give a neighborhood point to. Okay? All right, go. Get started. Brandon's already working. Jamari's working quietly. Streets neighborhood is now on task, working together. Need help? You sure? Alright, so really quickly, you said you didn't need help. First question you're trying to figure out. This. Trying to figure out why is that called Inside Out? I'll be right with you in a second. What we are doing right now is we read pages 4 through 9. Okay? What I need to do is after you read those pages, answer the questions. Okay? We're doing right now is pieces of paper. There's 4 questions up on the board. In order to answer those questions, you need to read 4 sideways, okay? And the way you're sitting right now is going to be really just reading, get these questions covered, focus on your work, focus on you, and you can make a better decision. Okay. 8 minutes left. So now focus, get your reading done. Come on. You should be finishing number 1 now. 7 minutes left. No, you can do it. You gotta focus on the reading. Get that done first, then move on to the questions. Naya, if you need to, I can come over and read with you.
No,
Okay, it's not meant as a punishment, but I just want to make sure you can
I'm
read
on
it.
page 5 now.
Okay, good. Don't worry about me. Five more minutes left to answer these 4 questions in your reading journal. Don't worry, I'm leaving this up. I just gotta do something really quickly. 5
teachers please report to the IEP office. Mr. Hill, Ms. Fleischer, and Ms. Dwight. Please report to the IEP office.
You ready? Sure. Brother falls in Mother's Day. I can't think of my brother's birthday also, but I can hide his finger. We each have the one hair. Mother tells me to my brother. It means you came after the golden river. Her father and me was golden. My parents had to be 3 years old. Mother told me she's wrong, but I still love being near her. More than I enjoy my life. I will always get better. Got one more time. I wish I get any questions. Keep it down a little bit, guys. Fortune teller, we're going to inside out. There we go. Three more minutes left. They call it Mr. Hill, Miss Lanks, and Miss Light. 2 more minutes. About 1 more minute left. You should be on the last one by now. Tonight you're doing really good. Nice job, man. That was great. Tonight, they should. All right, we're silent in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, guys, what we're going to do right now is we are going to watch a very short video. We know in Inside Out, Oz talks about a war that is about to happen.
Yep.
That war is called the Vietnam War. So the plan is, if the video works, to watch about 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this video, and then we're going to take notes on it. Okay? And it's really hard to take notes on a 2 minute and 30 second video, but I'm going to show you how. If it comes up. All right, what I want you to do is in your reading journal, our objective right now is we want to take notes on how the Vietnam War started, because to her it's just a war that's coming to hit her family. But to America and to the world, it's a global war. It's a war that a lot of countries are involved in, and it's something that a lot of countries are sending their soldiers to. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, I need to turn off the music. What we're going to do is every 15 seconds, I'm going to pause it, and we're going to write down something new that we learned. That may seem like a lot to you, and I guess it kind of is a little bit. But you're going to realize very quickly that this video is going to run through the facts pretty quickly. So what I'm asking you to do is every 15 seconds, really pay attention and try and pull out one fact to read. Keep your hands to yourself. Treat, you need to grab a seat in the back for the getaway shirt. You have 30 seconds to move. You have 30 seconds to move. Nine, that's your second strike. The next step is another bounce pass. Sanaya, the next step is the third strike. You can do this. Tariq, I'm gonna bring your reading journal with you. So you're gonna need it to take down notes. I gotta keep reminding you, you gotta keep that cell phone away.